AP, Anthony Patrick
Yes,
here
sir.
with us. Man, appreciate you for coming on. Excited to have you, AP. Man, you doing big things, man. Blind Faith University Inc.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, just happy for you. Like I said, I met you back in 2008, 2017, 2018. You were what? Were you a junior in college then? Going into your
I was
senior year?
junior. Yeah, I was junior going to my senior year of college.
Man, and what's so funny is that you actually went to a school probably the next town over, but in my same county, which was a 4 year. Bethel College. It's a 4 year program, right?
Yeah, that's a 4 year program.
Yeah, but in this, what division are you guys? What
Oh,
division?
it's a NAIA. It's a
Yeah,
small school.
and you did your thing too, man. I remember, like I said, I met you in that summer, and then I think it was the season, man. I just kept up with you, and you was balling, man. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, check him out, number 5, 6 out there. So, man, I'm gonna start talking. I'm gonna start talking, man, and let the audience get to hear
So
more about you and hear what you have to say. So, again, this is AP, everybody, Anthony Patrick. From I gotta give him a special shout out. He from my town, from my state, Tennessee or whatnot. So much love to you. And so yeah, Anthony Patrick, man, share with us a little bit about your journey, man, to where you are now, in the way that you made.
yeah, before I start again, my name is Anthony Patrick, and I want to say I'm thankful for the opportunity. And the biggest thing I want to say is beauty in the struggle. So I'm from Benton Harbor, Michigan. Michigan. I grew up through in Nashville, Tennessee. 2005, me and my mother and my siblings we moved to Nashville, Tennessee. Of course, growing up, I didn't have a father figure in my life. At the end of the day, I had people that believed in me. So my mom, she could teach me how to cut the grass, right? She could teach me how to mow the yard, change the tire. But one thing she couldn't teach me how to be as a man. So throughout my journey by me playing sports, I used to have a lot of anger playing sports, right? I use sports as a tool to get out a lot of energy, frustration that I had. But as I continued to grow, I realized only thing I was missing, a kid that was 10 years old, I was missing my father figure in my life, right? So when I started being around positive male role models, they kept continuing to pour into me, and I took that. Started off my journey playing middle school football. I was never the kind of type of kid that always has transportation going back and forth from school for practice. And I remember when I was in middle school, I used to walk an hour home after practice. I used to hurry up, go to the locker room and get changed and walk. It's raining outside, because people wouldn't give me a ride to go home. So I was like, man, my mom said, boy, if you go out there and go football, but hey, if you want to go to practice, you walk home. They'll be calling my phone, telling me you need a ride because I ain't got no car. So I was like, Mama, I'm fueled, I'm ready, right? So what fueled the kid walking an hour back and forth from practice in middle school? So going into my high school career, freshman year, I wasn't the fastest. I wasn't the strongest, right? I was always doubted. The defensive coordinator from my high school team, he told me, he said, you will never play a down on my defense ever in your life. I said, man, I want to play college football, right? He said, it's just something. He said, come on, nickname in high school, they called me Bill, right? He said, listen, little Bill, you'll never ever have opportunity. He said, just sometimes it's good high school football players, and just some just happened to go play college football. But in my mind, I knew what I wanted. So I used to work out day and night, right? And I'm going into my 9th and 10th grade year. Of course, I played junior varsity. Then upcoming going to my junior season, Scout Star comes to the school, right? And scouts come to the school. So one day I was in locker. I remember like it was yesterday. It was like it was a Vanderbilt head coach that came to James Franklin. He came to our high school, and then he was talking to our defensive coordinator, right? And I was in the locker room, so I could hear that whole conversation. It was just me, and he was like, yeah, we got so and so on linebacker. He said, who your linebacker you got? He said, you got so and so, and we got so and so, but he never mentioned my name, right? And that hurt me. Right? And I wanted to hang up everything. So throughout that time, going to practice that same day, I talked to one of my coaches, one of my mentors named Coach Perry. I said, man, I'm finna give it up, man. I'm finna give it up. Like, don't nobody believe in me. He said, listen, you don't believe in yourself. He said, I believe in you. If you don't believe in yourself, nothing else matters. So I added that as fuel, right? So I went home. Now, I was big in the Bible again. I didn't have a father figure to talk to. I didn't have a father figure to give me the knowledge and wisdom and say, hey, Pete, let's go. Keep going. So I was fueled off the Bible. So I was fueled off the God's word. So I read Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And throughout that process, I started to continue to work it, right? And going into my senior season, guess what? That same kid that wasn't going to start on the defense, I ended up starting, leading the team in tackles. So I feel like everything happens in divine orchestration, because one of the linebackers that was starting over me, he ended up missing practice on like Thanksgiving break. And once I started, everything else was history, led the team in tackles. And I used to start off, some of you kids out there, you probably go play high school football, right? Or playing youth football. You might be on a scout team. Every time I got on the scout team, I caused havoc. Always practice like I play. One time I got injured in playing football in high school, like sophomore year, and I got a shoulder injury. And I was like, man, I'll never get injured like that again, because my coach told us to go. He said, go half speed. That was the last time I go half speed in my life. Cause I said, if I ever get injured playing this game I love, I want to look back and be like, man, at least I was giving it my all. So transition, I end up finding a scholarship to play football at Tusculum College. Scout came down there. Tusculum College is located in East Tennessee. And I ended up going down there to Tusculum College in redshirt freshman year. Again, I was working out, because when I graduated college, I was the first male in my family to graduate college. And first male from get ready to play college football, right? So I'm already breaking generational curses. So I'm like, man, I don't know what college football I like. I don't got nobody telling me the game. So my mindset, I said, I'm going to work beyond my imagination. I'm going to work beyond my imagination, right? So I went down there, of course. Like I said, I was a hard hitter and things like that. And going to my redshirt freshman year, I actually started getting a starting role alternating in my redshirt freshman year from a guy that went from Mississippi State that transferred to our school. We started trading reps or whatever, right? I ended up getting an injury. I ended up getting a high ankle sprain. When I got a high ankle sprain, I got injured. I missed like 5 games. When I was in my dorm room, I asked myself, I said, one day I'm not gonna be able to say I'm Anthony Patrick. I play football for so and so, so and so. So who is Anthony Patrick? So by me getting my ankle messed up, my sophomore year, I was like, who is Anthony Patrick? So I started reading certain books. I started growing more in the Bible, even more. And I came across a Tim Tebow book. He said, who are you? And I started questioning myself, like, why did I wake up today? So I was like, man, football is just a platform. It's gonna be a platform to me continue to make an impact on other people's lives and give others hope. So again, when I play this game of football, right? I played every play like it's my last. It wasn't about me, right? It's about the people that's coming behind me. So that will fuel me along my journey. So going into my junior year of college, right? At Tusculum, we had a new coaching staff come in because our head coach got fired. And then a new coaching staff that came in, he said, oh yeah, I coach with Nick Saban. You hit hard. We like how you play. We want you to play fullback. I'm like, what? You want me to play fullback? My whole life, I want to play linebacker. I'm trying to go to the NFL. That's what I want. So he said, we want you to play fullback, right? So like they switched from the offense, and I was going to the offensive meeting. I was like, man, this is not it. The linebacker coach sent me an article of an NFL guy that played fullback that got transferred from linebacker to fullback. I said, coach, no disrespect, that's him. That's his story. That's not my story, right? So throughout that whole time, I said, man, I'm finna transfer. So I ended up taking a leap of faith. So I hit up a couple schools like North Alabama. So I drove down there. I talked to my mom the whole time. She said, baby, I believe in you. Continue to believe in yourself. So I drove down to North Alabama. It was raining and stuff like that. I was like, man, I got to get to this visit. So I went down there, and when I pulled up, I said, God, if this your will, allow your will to be done, right? So when I went down there, they took me around the campus. They showed me their Hall of Fame wall. They had a tiger on their campus. I was like, man, this is amazing. Then a week later, I hit them up, and they told me, they said, we want you to prefer walk on. I said, I can't do that. I know my value. I know all my worth, right? So I ended up reaching out to one of my high school teammates that was at Bethel University, and I ended up transferring to Bethel University, right? But I'm going to get to the point and let you know how football is a direct correlation of life. Through all these steps, like perseverance, I had to continue to hurdle obstacles, right? And the biggest thing in life, when I went to Bethel University, I was 6th string on the depth chart. First day, right? Soon as the second day, I was starting. I knew what I brought to the table. At the end of the day, like I said, every time I practice like I play, and I'm giving it all on the field for the people that beside me. And just like I said, that memory, because one day I'm not gonna be able to play this game no more. So I take advantage of every moment. And throughout that time, I started doing good at Bethel. Start having a great season. Junior year was good. and enter my senior year. Throughout that summer, I ended up meeting Patrick Willis at this camp. But before that, like 2 years ago, I actually helped coach at one of your camps that you had at your hometown. So throughout that process, entering my senior year of season, my mom was diagnosed with liver cancer, right? I was like, man, mom, we almost close. Your son for go to the league, like this happened. Not to mention my dad already had prostate cancer. So I was like, man, it's either weather the storm or stand underneath the cloud and get rain on. The choice is yours. I got that call senior year of college, right? I entered my senior year. I'll leave a practice. My mother called me. She said, Anthony, I got cancer. I was like, what? Like everything you could say, you say you got cancer? I already packed everything up. I don't want to graduate college. I want to go home. So I ended up talking to one of my friends. He told me, guess what? You go home, what your mom dealing with cancer is still going to happen. At the end of the day, you gotta stand firm and see the vision through to the end. So along the process, I ended up having throughout that process, my senior year, my linebacker coach at Bethel University, I was facing adversity with him. And it's like at the end of the day, I said, Anthony, this adversity, cause I went to second string. I was doing all the situation and I ended up getting bumped down to second string. I'm like, man, right? I'm like, can I get something easy? Like, man, like, can y'all show some sympathy? But no, it wasn't no sympathy. So at the end of the day, I was like, man, I'm gonna charge to the game. So as I continue to go, every time I get in the game, I always make an impact. Like, who do you know that make all conference that second string, right? So I said, no weapon that ever come against me, what's people trying to go against me mentally or whatever it is. I know what I want. That's that mental fortitude, the willpower. I know his coach put me at second string. A lot of kids like, oh man, mid-season, my mom got cancer, my dad got cancer, and I just put me at second string. What is this? It's not about football. It's about life. You're gonna be out there one day, some of these kids, you're gonna have a family. You got people depending on you. A lot of stuff gonna happen, So throughout that situation, my mom being diagnosed with cancer, that was sudden change, right? And I started looking at football. I was like, man, every day is fourth down. It's fourth in life. You're gonna put up or you're gonna shut up. It's fourth in life. So I ended up playing a college bowl game called HBCU Spirit Bowl. Again, I'm a small school guy in high school. As far as, then I played in the National Bowl. Before the season even was over, I wrote my goals down and said, man, I'm going to do this. I had a blueprint, right? My boy said, hey, man, how you going to get to the bowl? Okay, how you going to do this? I said, listen, I said, God don't give you no vision without giving you the blueprint. So I made the emails. I made the contacts. I hit up certain scouts. I did my due diligence because you guys right now enter high school, right? You're like, man, how am I going to play college football, right? Fill out them questionnaires. Send emails. I don't care if you guys send out 300 emails. They gonna know your name. Somebody gonna get you an opportunity. It's so many different places out here to play college football at. And for those who don't know, I just recently found out if you're in high school and say you don't get no offers coming out of college, it's actually an opportunity for people to like Americans to play college football in Canada. And it's really good out there. And I just realized that for any of you athletes out there, y'all should think about that as well, playing college football in Canada. So I ended up playing these bowl games and doing really good, playing out there with these D1 players. I'm out there hitting. I'm ready. Let's go. I pay my price. I pay my dues. This all harvest season right here. So entering the NFL draft, right? I was into the NFL draft. I was at the hospital with my mom because she started getting real sick, right? And I said, Mom, how you feel? She said, sometimes I feel like living. Sometimes I feel like dying. I was like, oh man, right? And throughout that whole process, I was talking to Pat throughout the process, and he was telling me, he was like, man, he asked me one day, I was like, man, the doctor's saying this and this and that. He said, are you being selfish? I said, what? In my head, I'm like, what is that? Anything else you could say? He said, are you being selfish? I said, man, I had to think about it. I was like, I'm trying to have a wrestling match with God instead of allowing what's going to happen to take place. At the end of the day, we have to control the controllables. Whether you an athlete, the coach ain't messing with the coach, you got to be undeniable. At the end of the day, it's only so much you can control. So I said, no, I'm not gonna have a wrestling match with God. Whatever may happen, she lived her life. And what made me feel better was change my mind to gratitude or how much time I spent with my mom, right? When she transcended off this earth, I immediately felt stronger because of I knew that she kept the torch lit. I said, I'm going to keep the torch lit. I told me and my siblings, I'm going to keep the torch lit. And throughout that process, of course, it was a tough process. And I ended up getting an opportunity at minicamp with Detroit Lions, and I didn't make the team, right? following that year, when I was working out, continuing to train, I had an opportunity to play football, professional football in Mexico. So it's a league called LFA. And I was down there, man. It was a great opportunity. Like down there, they football fanatics. And like it was so great. Like they actually treated me like LeBron James when I was down there. But just being on a different side of the country, like people, the experience is totally different. And of course, along my journey, I named a chapter of my life, Faith on Trial. And I actually got a book called Faith on Trial, and it just talks about the adversity I had to face. And at the end of the day, I could have easily been another statistic. I had guys in my school right now that I played football with in high school that doing life in prison, that die from young age for decisions they make. I could have easily sold drugs, right? I could have easily did these things when I going home, everybody working out, eating good food. I ain't have food like that when I went home, right? It was times that my mom, she told me, I said, Mom, why you not eating? She said, if you're a grown boy, you need it. Because college coaches used to come up to me and touch my shoulders, right? And they used to look at me and they said, oh, you didn't pass the look test. I had a high school coach, right? He took some of our players up to Ole Miss one year of my junior year of college, my junior year of high school, right? And then they said, oh yeah, we just coming back for Ole Miss. I was like, man, coach didn't tell me about it. He said, oh, he passed the look test. So that fueled me again. So all my life, it's just been adversity after adversity. But at the end of the day, I continue to believe in myself, and that goes for that.
Let it out, bro. I'm all ears, man. We all ears, man. Keep it going, bro.
It goes with having that mental fortitude and believe in yourself. It's gonna be tough, right? That's why I named my brand Blind Faith. Our mission is to empower young men through mentorship and faith and seeing the vision through to the end. Life's gonna be tough, and like I say, your attitude determines your destination. And it's not even about the destination. Of course, I'm supposed to be in the CFL in the summer, but it's not even about the destination. It's about the journey. When I look back on my life, it's beauty in that. So whether you playing second string, third string, or whether you feel like you're the slowest, at the end of the day, you don't want that microwave success. I would take that crock pot success, right? So when these people talking bad to you, the naysayers or whatever, your family, whatever it is, add that to your crock pot, your mental crock pot, right? And then you start adding these Bible verses to your crock pot. Psalms 37:4, take delight in the Lord, he gives desires of your heart. Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ and he will strengthen me. And continue to stir that up. You may not see the harvest 3 years from now, 4 years from now, 5 years from now, but at the end of the day, you have to believe. And I promise you, if you believe in yourself, everything will pay off in due time. And I just need you guys out there to really just write down your goals every day. When you write down your goals, I need you to look at them, understand your tongue is powerful. A kid like me, growing up on welfare, Section 8, right? When I say no food, I had to, my vision fueled me when I was hungry. When I was working out, why are you working out so hard? You're not getting bigger. What was you fueled off of? My faith and my vision. Your vision can fuel you along your journey. I promise you, you will never go on E. And then just continue to hang around the right people. If you're an athlete, continue to hang around the right people. I remember one of my mentors, Coach Perry, he told me, I was like, why you telling me hang around? Why you told someone stop hanging around me? He said, oh, because y'all not going to the same place. In high school, he said, oh, y'all ain't going to the same place. What you mean? What you mean? He run a 4.3. He a receiver. Y'all ain't going to the same place. You know, so this is the same guy that got his offer denied because he was smoking on Twitter doing he said, yeah, y'all not going to the same place. Your destination gonna be different. Eagles hang around with Eagles. You don't see Eagles soaring with nobody else. Eagles hang around with Eagles. So continue, like I said, continue to believe in yourself and realize every day it's fourth down. It's fourth in life. And like I listened to Coach the other day, one of the speakers, and he was saying, "Be better than you were yesterday." I really like that because I feel that in my spirit. Be better than you was yesterday. And by you having that integrity, what are you doing when nobody else is looking? Act like you live in a glass house. Act like you live in a glass house. A coach shouldn't tell you, "Hey, do your push-ups, do your sit-ups." A coach shouldn't tell you to watch film. If you look me up, you look my film up on Anthony Patrick, LFA, right, for my season last year on YouTube. every play, they were like, man, how you know where the play's going before a snap? Because my film study, I already visualize it. If you're an athlete, you play a linebacker, understand the play is already made pre-snap. Pre-snap, the play is already made. And if you seen like a guard block down or whatever, trust your instinct. Whatever you do, trust yourself. When I say trust your instinct, just in life, you have to trust your instinct. We're on the field, you have to trust the person beside you. But at the end of the day, life is a team sport. We know life is a team sport. But at the end of the day, when we all leave this earth, we got to answer for our actions. God don't care about no tackles. God don't care about no touchdown. What did you do for my kingdom? So like I said again, football is a platform that I use. And I just remember when I talked to Coach Patrick Willis, I was like, man, the tackle's cool. When I first met you, you this and that, asked some questions, but I said, do you feel like living your purpose? I was curious. I was like, man, do you feel like living your purpose? And he told me, man, I'm at peace. He said, I'm at peace. So to be able to do everything you love to do and just be able to leave, because you at peace. So you an athlete out there. Don't let no one determine your success. Right now, I'm playing professional football in Mexico. I'll be in the CFL in the summer, but at the end of the day, I know my success. You know, my success for writing a children's book called I Am about suicide prevention and anti-bullying. My success is writing Faithful on Trial. My success is building a nonprofit organization in Nashville, Tennessee to uplift young men. I just want to be that light and be that example to continue to make an impact in you guys' lives. And if you guys want to continue to like reach out to me, my email is blindfaithuniversity@gmail.com. And I want to put a group meet together and continue to build positivity around for you younger athletes. And I just want to help you guys grow and just hope you guys enjoy my story. So.
Man, AP, man, I just got warm, man. I felt that in my spirit, man. I felt it in my soul. And man, I've always, since, like I said, since the first time I met you, just the way your attention to detail were, just the way we were just working on certain things and you were just asking questions. And I was like, man, you reminded me somewhat of how I was or whatnot and how I am. And so I appreciate you, man, for sharing that. And we're going to get to some Q&A. And man, again, that was fire, man. Thank you. All right, let's see what we have. Can you see the Q&A on your side, or do you want me to read them all? Can you see them down at the bottom?
It said, how do I find Eagles on my team? I'm a senior D line. You gotta look in the mirror. You have to look in the mirror.
All right, let's see. There's okay, we got JQ. Again, he was over in the chat. It says he said, bend, don't break. I love it. Right division, stay strong. He was saying it's powerful, man. Again, we're gonna give some time to come in. AP, I'm gonna ask you a few questions while we get some other answers coming in. All right, wait a minute, we got one coming right now. You see it over there, JQ?
Yeah, I see it. Right. What about recruiting? I would say about recruiting, you should fill out questionnaires. If you're a college athlete, a high school athlete that don't have coaches helping you get recruited, fill out questionnaires and email coaches, and that will most definitely you'll start getting some traction. You feel like you ain't getting no traction after 50 emails, keep sending them. Keep sending them. So, how should I set my goals? I would say you should set your goals as like SMART goals. Have specific measurable goals of what period of time did you want to get these goals done. So be very strategic and understand like what are you trying to accomplish.
Man, all right, I'm gonna chat with you a little more. Maybe some other ones will come in. AP, man, I appreciate you again, man. That was fire. So going back to your high school days, you were saying that you didn't have a father figure in the home and a lot of people like today, they find the excuse, find a way to point the finger and say, you know, why it's not possible, why they can't do it. But you were able to find that through, you were saying you had one coach that had believed in you. Most importantly, your mom was always there to push you harder than you maybe wanted to, or just manage. Yeah. So what would you say to those who may be going through that at this moment or whatnot, that's at the moment just wanting to fade or whatnot? What was that faith that kept you
I was saying, cause like I was saying, like I never had no one growing up playing football. I never had no one in the stands playing, supporting me, right? I never had no parents or family in the stands supporting me. So I would say, like you said, you gotta feel yourself and speak up. Or say if you don't have no food at home, or say you don't have the right nutrition, or say you need coach, you need a hug, you just want to talk to. I would say an athlete to speak up, because once you speak up, people would want to help you out. But a closed mouth don't get fed. So by you speaking up, it'll make an impact.
I appreciate that. All right, so that's JQ. He's asking me, but this is about you. This is about you, AP. This is you, Sharon. So I'm gonna somehow adjust the question and say, what are the top 5 things JQ should be perfect on and off the field as a high school player? If I'm,
I would say having great character. First, character is a big thing, because of your character and your integrity. That's gonna lead you along your journey when you doing your workouts. And I would say, as far as like being a linebacker, I'm playing linebacker in the NFL. What type 5 should be perfect on off the field? I would say your feet work as well, and being able to understand terminology, being able to catch on the plays fast. And I would say being able to read plays, diagnose them fast, it will help you a lot.
Appreciate that. So going to the going to on the field in high school and whatnot. So you weren't the biggest, you weren't the strongest, but you believed in yourself. You had heart, and you believed in yourself.
Like a head.
What was some of those things? What were some drills that you felt that you may not have been the fastest? What were some drills? You had heart, all right. You went through, but what are some things that you felt like that really helped you get over outside of just your work ethic?
Well, some drills that helped me that helped me out. I would say running hills. That helped me a lot to build on lower body strength. Right, they help me be fast, and also by me being like a small type of linebacker, I'm always going head over big limbs and stuff. So as long as I got that pressure coming from that power coming from my legs, I couldn't lose. So whether it's I'm on kickoff return, run into a blocker, or kickoff return, or kickoff, running down to a blocker, whatever it is, I feel like my leg strength, it really helped me a lot being explosive.
All right. And another one, you said you had mentioned about. You said that you was in the opportunity. Someone that got injured, and you had a chance you had an opportunity, and you took advantage of it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like one kid, he ended up going home for like Thanksgiving break, and it was like playoff time, like my junior season, and like he went on vacation or whatever, and it was like, no, if you leave, you ain't gonna be able to play. Then the opportunity came. And it was crazy. And the same thing when I was in Mexico playing football, right? Last season, one of our linebackers got injured, and they had me at first game. So I got in there, the rest was history. So it's like every time, like I wait on my shine, I don't be like, I don't complain, I don't say nothing. I just know, hey, when I get in there, go on to stay on that. I ain't coming out. I'm not coming out. So
right. I like it. So would you credit that to staying ready so you don't have to get ready? Some people wait till they got to start in the spot and then they say, all right, I'm gonna start working now. But it sounded like you was already believing that you should have been starting, but you was just saying, I'm gonna keep working and waiting on it. So
look, we gotta wait on your moment. So like you said, stay ready so you don't get ready. And that's just again mastering your craft. That Mr. Miyagi grind, mastering your craft like 1,000 hours. You know, if you continue putting that, you don't have to worry about nothing. You go on the field, it's gonna be simple. Or how do you play like this at a high level? Because I mastered my craft so many times. I started doing the field. I know when the guard is pulling. I know I saw this play before. You be a linebacker. Oh, I know y'all not gonna run this play. So it's just about mastering your craft. So yeah.
All right. So all right, I'm gonna ask you one more. This is football. All right. So as a linebacker, there's 3 things that I would say on the field. Eyes, hands, and feet. And obviously there's some other things, but eyes, hands, and feet. When you talked about pre-snap, you said the play's already made. That was awesome, man. Because I a lot of times there's nothing like being prepared. And I would say luck. Pressure is when you're not prepared. And the way it sounded like for you, man, you really studied the game. You were a student of the game, and it meant enough. It meant a lot to you, so that when you had the opportunity, you go out there and capitalize on it.
Yes, I agree. It slows the game down for you when you're able to know what's going on, and it's just your eyes, and have your eyes, feet ready, like you said, and it just ready to make a play. You get anxious because you know what's coming. And I say, like, if you're an athlete or you feel like you're not the fastest, or like you said, you're not the strongest, if you know what's going on, you will always be in a position. And the biggest thing is never loafing on any play. Always play every play like it's your last, but never loaf. Don't never get caught lacking on film. So just if you do it wrong going full speed. But if you try to make a play, go full speed. Coach, as long as you got the effort out there, your effort gonna show. Somebody look. If I don't make a play, somebody gonna get laid down. If you don't make the play, lay somebody down. It don't matter.
Right. The scouts always watching you too, huh? Yeah. You going there on Mondays or Sundays, whatever it is, you watching that film, man. Ain't nothing like when the other players see you half loafing and you like, come on, man. Like, that's one thing, man. I never want to get caught on. I never want to coach a turn on that film. Yeah. And when I get my graded papers back, especially Coach Singh, he was big on it. He would make sure like you better not get caught for loafing, like loafing. And so that's huge, man. I appreciate it. All right, yeah, I'm AP. I'm asking you two more, man. Two things that you said that really touched. You said you had faith and you had a vision.
Yeah, so basically, I was obsessed with the vision that I had. By me being obsessed with the vision I had for myself, it just made me continue to work. Said one day it's going to happen. One day it's going to happen. I don't know when, I don't know where, but I got faith, that burning desire. Some of those dreams I have when I get up out my sleep, right? To get up and do push-ups or do sit-ups, because I'm preparing for what's to come. But I just want our kids to know, these young athletes, to understand though, if you think it mentally and you already see it mentally, it's already yours. It says in the Bible, you should receive. You may not have it near, but in your mind, if you could conceive it in your mind, it already happened. You just got to wait till the point of time. So that's why I say the mind is so powerful. Your mind is so powerful. If you could tap into your mindset, you tap into that mental fortitude, you can't lose. Because your body going to follow your mind. No matter what, your mind go follow your body going to follow your mind. So from a holistic approach, that's why I say I train different. I train they be like, man, what you doing today? Mindset Mondays. Oh, what is that? You gonna see. It's only so much. It's only so much. It's Mindset Mondays or whatever. Cause I like to, like I said, I'm not just training for football. I'm training for a lifestyle. I'm training. So if I get 60 years old, I can't move. What's gonna make me keep going? Oh, I feel this before. Just like Coach was saying, that what do you say about that muscle that you can't? What do you say you're doing a set or whatever?
I will.
He said like
not quit muscle or something like that. I will not.
Yeah. You got to build that muscle. You only can build that at the time of adversity, or when you're doing those sessions, you think about you can't finish, and you overcome that. That's how much you need to build, and that muscle help you through life. So I really like that a lot when you shared that.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, that was dope. It's almost like, so what you're talking about, man, is that vision. Once you get a vision for yourself, it's then once you get a vision mentally and you see it up there, then now it's just a matter of doing the work that you are equipped for. To us, you wouldn't be seeing it in your mind the way that you do. Man, AP, man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming on, sharing your story, sharing your journey. Man, it's very, very heartfelt, and I appreciate you, bro. And we'll catch up soon, all right?
Yeah, hey, man, for you guys to check me out on Instagram, King_Patrick43 on Instagram, and King_Patrick43 on Twitter. And for you guys who want to chime in me on Facebook, it's Anthony Patrick from Nashville, Tennessee. And I know I talked about my children's book. It's about suicide prevention. It's called I Am. It's about a girl named Hope, a boy named Strength, and a boy named Courage. And along this journey, Strength's journey, he doesn't know his identity. He don't understand that he has courage. He don't understand he has hope. And his name was Strength. He didn't know what strength was. So these kids allow him to understand what strength was. Again, growing up in poverty. But at the end of the day, we all have hope, strength, and courage. You got to believe. And thank you again for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Oh, man. Thank you. Let's see. Let's go for a couple more minutes, see if we want to have any more questions. But, man, outside that, I want to keep you no longer. AP, man. What you got? What you working on today?
So basically what I worked on today, I continue to build on my business. I had a couple consultation calls, and I just mentor a lot of people. So just kind of just giving out life advice and just kind of helping just build a network. That's all I'll be doing.
Oh man, that's what's up, man. Well, hey, AP, keep on keeping on, man. And I like the Philippians 4:13, and I share one with you that really, during my times, it really was the key. Something that I always grabbed onto, no matter what it was, and that was Luke 137. That was my first ever tattoo or whatnot. And
Yeah, yeah.
137 said, "For nothing is impossible with God." And and yeah, that one. There's a couple more, man, that I share with you sometime. Yeah, this is about you, AP, man. I appreciate you. Thank you again, and I hope that the audience got a lot out of it. And one of the gentlemen said, he said, "Thank you." So, all right, Coach. You got anything else, or before we head off?
All right, that's it, man. See you. Thanks again.
All right, bro. I appreciate you, man.
All right, bye.